Today's video is barely edited, so be warned. Also, if you're sensitive to people crying or to strong emotions, specifically sadness, fear, then you might not want to watch this. Hey everyone, it's Saturday, I'm Flynn and you're watching my BrainLog. About a week ago, I found this YouTuber that I've I've stumbled upon that person before, but not really caught on to it. Now Fiona made a video, which is in the card, with Ash Hardell talking about hate, and so I went onto Ash's channel, basically been binge watching the videos on there for the last week, including the one where they talk about binders and the one where they talk about top surgery. Now, I don't remember if I said this in my names and genders video, but when I did that video, I had also talked to my therapist about the issue and told him that I didn't want to get rid of my boobs because at some point, someday in the future, I would like to have the possibility to bear a child and breastfeed that child if it so happens that that should be the kind of relationship that I'm in. I don't know. But with those videos, I realized that there isn't just one kind of breast surgery. And there is the one kind, I really don't remember what they were all called. I think it's the T-anchor one, where they don't sever the link that the nipple has with inside, basically, so that not only do you keep sensation in the nipple, but also that would mean that the canal that breastfeeding happens through would also stay intact. Which sounds just a lot of feelings, because that really wasn't something that I would have considered a week ago, because I thought that that wasn't even a possibility. And I know that in the names and genders video I mentioned that I intended to wear a binder for that video, and I didn't. I don't know if you can tell, but maybe that way it's easier to see. Pretty much boobless today, because I'm trying different techniques, because the thing that I called my binder last time is basically an under boob corset. It's like stretchy fabric. It's just like a pull on kind of thing, and there's bones in it, and it's supposed to just make your tummy flat. And I just basically pulled that up over my boobs. But that did nothing. Like, I could have been wearing a sports bra and would have had the exact same result. And today I went for the Eponine trick, I guess. I've read in a lot of places that you're not supposed to wear any kind of binder for like long periods of time, and you're not supposed to sleep in them because it restricts breathing. But me having had singing lessons, I'm honestly someone who breathes more into their stomach than with their chest. So really, I'm not having any trouble in that kind of way. Which is good, because binders are freaking expensive. And so yesterday in therapy, I talked to my therapist about that whole issue and about how I researched it a little bit and how that was possible. Like, I found some people who said that they'd had breast reductions with that certain method and that they still could breastfeed. And I tried to find infos on whether or not German health insurance would cover that kind of surgery, because it is plastic surgery, it's not vital. But I know that they do cover top surgery if you're transgender or female to male. But that doesn't apply to me, does it? Because I'm not transgender, I'm gender fluid. And I couldn't find anything on that. And also there's this new law that makes this third gender option available legally in Germany. And like all the articles and reports and stuff, they all just talked about how it was a really good option for intersex people. And while I understand that, I'm still like, but like, does that mean it only applies to intersex people and like not at all to non-binary people? Because whatever. When I first heard about it, my sister, my older sister, who was very accepting of my, I guess, coming out in that video, she sent me that and I got really, really excited, and I just don't know now if that's just false hope, you know? And I told this to my therapist yesterday. Part of me thinks that the more I go out there, because for now I haven't had any backlash, never experienced any kind of hate in that way. And part of me is really scared that that'll come, that eventually I will experience that the further I go out with it. And I couldn't find anywhere if health insurance covers those costs. The only thing I could find was that there were certain requirements you had to meet if you were transgender and wanted insurance to cover those costs. And one of them was that you had to be on hormone therapy for at least 6 months, and I just thought, yeah, but I'm not transgender though, so like, do I still have to take hormones? Do I have to take testosterone for top surgery? Like, is that related? Or is that just because of the whole transgenderness? Is like, and Ash said in the video that the problem they had with their boobs was when they were dressed and less when they were naked, because they knew that when they're naked, the only people who see them like that are people who accept them. And I kind of feel the opposite of that. Like I told my therapist yesterday that when I go and shower, like, I have my back to the mirror and I try and really not look in the mirror because I can't see it. I don't want to see it. And I've always had a bad relationship with my chest. Like, I never liked my boobs. Like, in my class, I was the first one to have boobs, so I got a lot of attention because of that. People making fun of me because it was still primary school, and it was still the whole you boys, you girls stuff, and so I got made fun of. And obviously now I don't get made fun of because of my boobs anymore. Duh. But I don't know. And like, it doesn't matter how I try and squeeze them away. It's like, I don't have extremely big boobs. I really don't. They're pretty average, but they're very dense, I guess. Like, I can't just squeeze them away because it doesn't work. And I don't know. Like, when I got out of therapy yesterday, I was just walking and thinking about the possibility of getting top surgery at some point, if insurance covers it or if I can afford it. And I was just walking around with this feeling of, I'm gonna cry and I want to cry, but like, I didn't feel like there was like an immediate trigger for it. And I also didn't have a lump in my throat. I also don't have a lump in my throat right now. Even though it sounds like I'm talking like kind of forced. I don't have a lump in my throat. I'm just trying to talk past sobs, which is not easy. I don't know. You know, it's like, I cry a lot. I really do. I cry an awful lot, and I cry often, and I like it, you know. It's like, crying's good for me because firstly, it means that I'm processing, and secondly, it means that I'm not so depressed that I can't feel it that day. So, crying is good. Crying means real. And Normally when I cry, I know why, and I know what I'm feeling. But like yesterday and today, it's like, okay, so it's something strong. It's a strong emotion, otherwise I wouldn't want to cry. But I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's scared, or if it's sad, or if it's excited, or if it's happy. I have no idea. But crying is important, you know? People, if you need to cry, then cry. And also, when someone cries, don't tell them not to cry, because that's never helped anyone. Being told, oh, don't cry, never been effective. It's never been a good way to comfort someone. It's never helped anyone, so don't tell people not to cry. Just let them cry, I guess. I know I talk a lot about this whole gender thing on here, and I'm not trying to imply that it's a mental illness because I talk about that on this channel. It's just that, again, I guess dysphoria is a kind of mental illness, and dysmorphia, and it kind of goes in that direction, doesn't it? Because I guess for this, it's not so much that there's something wrong in my brain. It's more like there's something wrong with my body, or the way that my body fits with my brain. And in that way, I guess that insurance should cover that surgery. I don't know. I'm gonna go now because it's cold up here and battery's almost dead, so crying is important. So if you agree, give this video a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of me, then you can subscribe to my channel up there, or you can subscribe to my second channel down here where I talk about anything, really. I'll see you again next Saturday. Bye.